You want to know what makes me irrationally angry? It's seeing lapel mics. I'm not sure why, but something about seeing a lapel mic in a video just feels really weird. However, I have great news. I'm happy to report that the two-part molding epoxy has arrived, which means we can finally go bury phones in plastic. So just saying that out loud reminds me of how ridiculous it sounds. This two-part epoxy is designed for molding, which means that it's a lot more liquid. So this should work. It has like an 8 to 12 minute work time and a 2-hour cure time. So within 2 hours, we'll see what our phones look like when buried in plastic. Anyway, the reason I am using this lapel mic is because there's going to be a lot of moving around, and the camera top microphone, which is behind the camera, actually it's on the table, just doesn't quite work as well in this situation. So, oh God, that didn't work. Wait for it. So, nope, I can do this. So, let's go. Ooh, nailed it. Come on then. The phones have been here gathering, oh, there's a second door, damn it. The phones have been here gathering dust. Literally, as I'd like to show you, these phones have been in my wardrobe for so long, there's literally dust on them. So we're gonna have to clean that up. Found my essential phone. This had just been in the kitchen all along. It was under like a piece of paper. And I'm an absolute idiot. Oh, hang on, let me show you the back. The back is really filthy. It's actually where I just touched it. Look at that. Let's go bury these in plastic so they don't get any dustier. So with a working time of 8 to 12 minutes, there's a reason I don't use this lens whenever I'm vlogging. It's a bit tight, isn't it? It's a 25mm lens. But the reason the 8 to 12 minute working time is great is because that should mean we can do both at the same time. Before I forget, I recently acquired a polarizing light filter. I say recently, this happened like a year ago, but I've just not made many videos. So if I do this, isn't that magical? I'm never gonna get over that. So I'm just gonna start with this microfiber cloth to wipe all the dust away, and I'm gonna just quickly turn them on to make sure they still turn on and that the battery is at around 60%. Hey look, it's the old Snappy-Talk background. This background's no longer used. It's been replaced with this one, which doesn't look as good on camera. And it's also not lined up properly anymore, but that's fine, I don't need it anyway. Right, so let's fix this PL filter. It really makes the screen of this pop out. I'm not sure if that's just the way the lighting happens to be, but if I switch them, you'll notice it is actually just this screen. I'm not sure why that happened, but it's very peculiar. It might be the AMOLED construction as opposed to the LCD, but that is a really interesting insight. Now in about a year's time, I want to be able to use these phones, so even though I'm encasing it in silicone, I do want to be as secure as possible. Therefore, I'm folding all of the bits over. I'm folding them over each other in part for visibility, but also in part because if we close as many holes as possible, we'll just make sure the phone survives. I mean, sure, one or even both of these phones dying isn't the end of the world. It would kind of suck, but realistically, come the end of this challenge, I'll probably need one of the newest and coolest fancy flipping phones, like the new Samsung phone or the one that Huawei are working on. But it would still suck. Like, I still really like using these phones, and especially the P20 Pro with a completely gorgeous camera on there. I'd still like to have them around. Both phones are now wrapped, which means we just need to grab the little plastic container to put the phones in that we can pour the silicone into. Let me grab them. Doobie-doo. That wasn't what I was going for. So we have these. It's a 1-to-1 mixture, luckily. And then if I put the phones in, you should see they both fit in quite snugly. This should be good. So here are the two plastics. They mix 50-50, so I'm just going to stick it in this Pyrex container. I've got a wooden dowel to start with. I think we're going to go for about half of it. So we're going to go 250 for each, and then just see where that gets us. I decided that 250 may be a bit ambitious, so I decided we'd start with 200 and see where we go from there. Because these are by weight, not by volume. So yeah. What I will say I do love though is thanks to this PL filter, it does look effectively like magic and that we're on like a starry sky. Come on. There we go. That's 400. Now we just mix this together. It said Snappy-Talk videos have no production quality. Right, I think that is pretty well stirred. It won't be entirely clear, but it should be opaque, which is about as good as we're gonna get. So let's see what happens. So I'm gonna start with the P20 Pro, A, because it's the phone I actually use usually on a daily basis, and B, because it's bigger, so we'll see how we're doing in terms of quantity even. So, oh, that is so much easier than what was happening before. I think we will, however, let's just pour this, and if we need to do the rest, then we can make it real quick. So we are short by less than I expected, to be completely honest, but we are short no less. So I'm just gonna make the rest of it, I'm just gonna mix the rest together because I've got no other use for this stuff after this. So mix it all together and we'll just have 2 hunks of phone. Oh God. So the reason I wanted to do both is because I want to have one at work, like in the office, and one at home that can be in the background of every shot. So the one that will be at the office will be my essential phone, and the one that will be at home will be my P20 Pro. So this has been mixed together. Let's just pour this in. And there we go, now we just let it sit for 2 hours. I am going to try and lift them up a touch with the hope that they just kind of don't stay on the bottom. If I try and get some movement, it will just sit back in place, won't it? Yeah, that's fine. Can we pop a couple of these air bubbles? Yes, we can. And there's a couple here as well. There we go. So that is that. Let's check back in a couple hours. I'm going to go watch some Formula E from Mexico City while this cures. Actually, before I get too invested, oh, hang on, let me lift that up. Before I get too invested, oh my God, now it's too high. Before I get too invested in any Formula E, which I'm going to slowly turn on right now as we speak. Anyway, before I get too into the Formula E, I thought this would be a good opportunity to give a quick status update. So this last week has been easier than the first, not least because I have an audio recorder which has podcasts on it, no music, just podcasts. So I've been listening to podcasts on my journey into work, which is great. And then I can also use it to record audio, which is its main purpose. What else happened this week? Oh yeah, it was Valentine's Day on Thursday and I got extremely drunk. It was fun. And then as this has gone on, I used to be quite aware of whenever you'd be mid-conversation with someone and they did that thing where they disappear into their phone, like instead of being in a conversation with the person who's in the room with you, they sink into a text conversation. And now that I don't have a smartphone, I've become infinitely more aware of it. So I've decided that on my watch, I'm gonna have a timer set up with a little shortcut so that whenever someone does that, cough, cough, mum, cough, cough, whenever someone does that, I can keep timers and I'll know just how long it's happened for. I think it'll be interesting because it's not an insignificant amount of time. This was best described on Hello Internet a few episodes ago. I don't know which episode it was exactly, I'll write it here. But in that episode, CGP Grey talks about how people don't realize how long they do it for. To them, it's just like a split second, whatever. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna text this person real quick. But it can be like a full 1 or 2 minutes with someone just kind of typing away and completely unaware of the conversation around them. So that's fun. Anyway, status update out of the way. Oh, also, I'm still considering getting an Osmo Pocket. I probably will, not 100% certain. The more I think about it, the more I want to get it. In part because I've got no easy way of photographing. I have no easy way of photographing stuff when I'm out of the house. I can take this camera with me, but that's a thing I have to like carry and have with me, whereas an Osmo Pocket is pocket size, hence the name. So you can just kind of stick it in a pocket and forget about it. And it's got a gimbal, so it's infinitely more stable than this is, because this has no in-body image stabilization, which kind of sucks for vlogging. So it's getting more and more tempting. Anyway, I'm watching Formula E, so I'm just gonna unmute this now, and we'll see you once the silicone has dried. After 2 hours of curing and about 10 minutes of prying, they're here. Now, it's not entirely perfect. I will say about halfway through the curing process, I realized that maybe if I flipped the phones over so you could see the screen, it would be better. So that's what this is here. You can see the front of the phone, it's actually the bottom. However, I kind of was trying to get this one out. This is the P20 Pro. This is the Essential phone. You can tell by the size difference. In the attempts to get it out, I kind of damaged it a bit. That's fine, apart from the fact that I think I may have shattered the phone, but I'm not 100% certain. We won't know until at the end of this when I go to get the phone back out, but I think I've shattered it and I'm not 100% certain. Either way, the Essential phone is definitely in one piece. And as you can see, flipping it really made the difference because on the back you can't really see anything. These need a bit of cleaning up. But these are now hunks of phone. And that went overall better than I expected. And hopefully I didn't break this phone. I don't think I did, but I may have, and that would be a bit of a sucky thing to have done. I can't see any definitive cracks on the screen, so I think we're okay. What happened was, with this one, I started on the side and pried it out, and I went to do the same for this one, but I was just too close to the edge, because I'd forgotten this, because this has quite a buffer here. You can see there's a little buffer zone, whereas here that doesn't exist. It goes right to the edge. So I got caught on that. We'll see. We'll know in about a year's time. But for right now, we have 2 slabs of smartphone, and this is great. I'm loving this already. I'm almost tempted to just kind of stick them together and have them back to back. But this will be the one I take to work, and this will be the one that stays home and will be in all of the shots. So that is all for this week. Next week, I'm working from home for the entire week, which hopefully means I'll have more time to vlog stuff, and there'll be less like travel time, so I should be okay in my head. It'll be interesting though, so keep on the lookout. Do make sure you head over to snpy.tech/smartphoneless, or if you want a direct link, it's gofundme.com/smartphoneless. It has been incredible so far, and we're just keeping it up, and it's crazy stuff happening. But right now, however, this video was technically supposed to be up yesterday, so I need to go edit it. I think going forward, Mondays make more sense as a publishing day because they give me the weekend to do stuff. So that might be what I do going forward. It might be on a Monday instead of on a Friday. Until then, however, see you later. Guys, I have some pretty terrible news. Hang on, let me put this on properly. I just figured this out. Oh no, hang on. So I thought this was over, we were ready to go home, you know, all that jazz. But I was holding this phone and I had this like moment of realization where I was just like, wait a second, I don't remember turning this phone off. So I click the power button and I haven't turned it off. It's still on. What have I done? So I'm gonna try and turn it off whilst it's still in here. Let's see what happens. Can I just press the power button until it shuts down? We'll keep you in focus. Let it shut. Okay, is that fine or will it reboot? Oh no, it's gonna reboot. Oh no, how do I? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to take this phone out and oh, that really sucks. That is hang on, let me lift you up a bit. That legitimately sucks. I I have no way of turning this off without taking it out. Unless it won't recognize my face because it's covered by bubbles. How would I? Oh God. My keyboard, my Bluetooth keyboard might still be paired with this. I'm not 100% certain. Let's go upstairs and take a look. Come with me. I think the other phone is definitely off, so that's fine. I've checked that phone as well. I'm gonna need to look at my Bluetooth keyboard. Hang on, let's go upstairs. If there is any interaction whatsoever, I should be able to hit it to 2, I think. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3. I think it's 2. Is it doing something? It is! Oh, look! Look over here, as I hit the space bar, hang on, there's a lot of changing lighting happening here. As I hit the space bar, you can kind of see my phone reacting. Okay, so that means, oh, hang on. This should mean I'm able to unlock the phone. I'm into the passcode. Okay, so I'm in the phone. How do I get to the power menu though? Okay, I'm gonna try my mouse. I think that should work. Oh wait, no, I don't need my mouse. Hang on, I've just realized. If I press and hold the power button, I can get to the power menu. Because that's my big concern. And then from here, if I hit enter, it powers off. Did it? I saved the day. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I'd completely forgotten that my phone had a Bluetooth connection with my keyboard, but thank God it did, because I turned it off and I don't need to take it out and then redo the thing all over again. So, here are both phones as let me just press the power buttons. No response from either one. We are good to go for 365 days in silicone. Thank God for that.